Okay, so your previous one here now, you can see the golf club now is basically a straight line from the middle of your nose through your chest, your belly button and your hands right down to the golf club, yeah? So the hands are back behind the golf ball, okay? What we want to do is get the hands more towards there. So the way we're going to do that now, and that's going to help change the grip, is go into your normal setup now, lift the club in the air, so we'll call that club face now is 12 o'clock, the club's pointing up to the sky, okay? So he's going to 12. We're going to tip it now, so it points to you as you're looking at the golf club this way, 11 o'clock, 10:30, whatever, okay? So if I undo those lines, so we're going to move the golf, come here. We're going to move that golf club, because you got a bit more probably, there you go. So that club now is closed, you see? Now you're not moving your hands, what you're not doing is this and just rolling your hands, because when you come back there, you're back to where you were to start with, okay? You're rolling the hands and the club around your fingers to get that club face now in a more closed position up here. Then the club goes down the ground shut, then you push your hand, you see this shoulder, right shoulder goes under, left hip goes, so this one goes there, that hip, this shoulder goes down, and the hands go towards your left thigh. So when you actually hit address, you can see now just before we hit this golf ball, there's a straighter line now from there to there, your hands are nearer your left thigh, and that grip has changed. And again, you talk about the V's that video talked to you about. There's one of the V's. There's the other V. And that's the way it's a lot easier to do it, rather than taking your hands back in the middle and just trying to roll them over down there, because the shoulder doesn't feel comfortable doing that and you get quite locked and quite tense. So what you've got to do to start with is getting used to that setup position, okay? So this shoulder is going to be lower than your left shoulder. So you're kind of sort of tilted position here now. Underneath more, which is going to help you now return that club back to the ball square. If you now swing over the top or you cut across it, if the club face is square, the ball will just start left of target, just stay there, yeah? After a while of you now missing the fairway left, you will eventually just start making different swings, because your path now has started going left because it was curving right. You've done that almost instinctively. You haven't, no one's ever woken up, I'll tell you, I'm slicing the ball today. To fix that, it'll be over the top more. They don't know. I mean, if I was describing a golf swing that says a really good golf swinger, he's over the top, he's off his back foot and he flicks it, you go, well, that's describe a good swing. But if I said, here's a good swing, swings from the inside, gets his weight on his left foot and his hands are nicely in front, you go, well, that's a good swing, yeah? So when the ball is going left, the instincts that kick in are things like over the top, out to the line, off the back foot, etc. When the ball's going left and just staying left, then your brain's going to think, well, hang on a second, I now can start moving this way, and it'll be just more instinctive. The ball, if you keep going, oh, it's going left, why are you going to keep doing this? You're going to start moving differently. You started doing this because the ball was curving that way. When the ball stops curving, you'll instinctively change things, so you're not overly thinking about the swing and getting too technical. You're just relying on your eyes and your brain and your feel to go, okay, well, that's what the ball's doing. How can I fix it? Your swing at the moment now is not actually changing, okay? As you get to here now, okay, we swing back to the golf ball. Reasonable strike here now. We're a bit off the back foot. We're starting to move a bit more towards that left side. And in some ways coming off that bad knee and stuff. So the movement of the swing isn't necessarily changing massively at the moment, but the swing itself is changing because the grip is changing, and that's going to change what that club face does at impact, okay? Like I said, if the ball before, though, was having, and you say sort of went straight for the first, and then we'll start curving at the end, yeah? When you get to here now, you're going to see your head sort of moving back even more to try and stay on the back foot, to try and lean left. This one here now, you're more on your back foot, trying to hit it left of target, because you kind of knew you had to. If you didn't, you just missed every fairway right and got peed off quite a lot, I'd imagine. So we're now going to say, right, okay, well, if we now swing on the back foot, it's going to go left and stay left, you'd be like, okay, I don't do that. So what we're going to do is practice this at home to the point where you can just grab a golf club, put the golf club down and get yourself set better. So the hands you can see are now more by your left thigh as opposed to back in the middle. You yourself, are more right of the golf club, So I'm in this sort of position here, almost like a sort of pebble skimming kind of position. Being in that position now is going to help you square the club face up and swing it more efficiently, So you've got to practice that. It goes in front of a mirror, whatever it may be. So I'll send this video across so you can sort of see what correct looks like at setup. What we're vectorally looking for is kind of a straight line there. I call it my lowercase y position, So the lead arm and the hand and the club shaft are pretty much in a straight line. The trail arm now is obviously coming from a different angle that way, okay? So just practice that so you get on the golf course tomorrow with your buddies. You're not stood there sort of knighting the buddy golfer going, oh yeah, and getting confused and hit a badge. Like, oh, I'm not going to do that, and just not stick with it, okay? It's going to take a bit of practice, even though it's just a static move. It'll take a bit of getting used to. But as I say, for you, the hands got to be forward. A checkpoint you might have if you're right-eye dominant. Most people don't think they see their hands over their foot when they're setting up, okay? So if you can see your hands over your foot there, you're in a good spot. If the hands are too far back, you'll see daylight between your left foot and your hands there, okay? So that's going to give you kind of a reference point, I suppose. But does that make sense in terms of the change that we made today? Yeah? Take a bit of practice, obviously, and just relearning where the ball's going to go. Your ball's now not curving right as much. And a couple are going to start curving to the left, which is going to really baffle you because you're hang on the balls. You're aiming for the slice that you're not going to hit anymore. So a few times you can hit the ball left and just stay left and be like, oh God, why am I doing that? Yeah. But it's changing the instincts over time. Okay, mate?
Yes.
Good stuff. I'll have a couple more then, buddy, and I'll load this and I'll send it through to you, okay?